Hey, good day, friends. Dr. Blast here, Donald here. I've spent a little bit of time today working on this Mustang here to my right. I'm going to just talk you through it just for a moment and then show it to you. The rear bumper took a lot of work and is still taking a lot of work to get it to line up and be consistent and uniform, etc. But this kind of work has to be done. It really does. If you really want to do this kind of work, how many car shows have you gone to and seen that car that just didn't get it right, didn't spend the extra time or money or skills or whatever to do this? So here we go. I'm going to show you that right now. All right, here's let me give you the 6-foot look, and then I'll go in closer so you can see up more closely. So you can just look. I don't really need to talk too much right now. You can look. Let me go over here. Of course, it's not done yet, obviously. But little things like this concave shape in the quarter panel extensions, the new bumper does not have that. There's a tremendous amount of little tweaks and adjustments that must be made to your aftermarket bumpers to get them to, and this needs to go back a little bit. That's too far out. So I'm gonna have to cut that. Let me mark it right now, because if I don't, I'll forget about it. So let me mark that. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. So, as I was saying, the bumpers require a lot of tweaks, a lot of metal work, a lot of adjustments if you want them to look really right, really good, and consistent with, the car. In here, that at the tip of my finger, the part of the bumper was touching the metal work on the car. So I had to make that slice right here and then bend it down more so in the back, and then bend this end up a little bit. And by doing so, it helped make the transition and the angle uniform between this piece and this piece. So when I add material in here, it will be it won't be so much of a quote adjustment. Now in here, this right here on the quarter panel extension, this is a flat piece right here where my finger is, but on the bumper there's absolutely no corresponding shape as it is in the above piece. Now I'm willing to even bet that the aftermarket quarter panel extensions don't have this kind of detail, the nice smooth cuts. Of course, this is an aftermarket bumper and it does not have those details. So I'm going to add this flatness, like right here, into the bumper ending right here. So it'll be smooth all the way across. In here, I had to make some relief cuts in the corners of the bumper, pull them out, twist this one down a little bit, made a relief cut right here, twist it down to make the transition into the quarter panel even all the way up. Okay, and this right here, I had to make a big slice all the way in it and cut out some material, and then bring the top down and then weld it back up, because this will be the gap that I'm going to have. And on this side, the gap will be about the same right here. And I did the same here on these. So the transition is kind of nice into the quarters. And I'm gonna have to add quite a bit of material right here. Quite a bit. It took a lot of measuring, a lot of tweaking, a lot of going on and off. And the brackets on the inside took major surgery. I had to make 3 massive cuts in each one, spread it out so the inside bracket could mount flushly on the inside of the bumper, right here corresponding to this bolt. Same thing down here. If you don't do this, you're gonna have a bumper that looks squirrely on your car. It's just not gonna look right. It's not gonna be, it's just gonna look doo-doo-ish. You know, on the bottom, when I put the valance in, I had to do the same thing there. And cut here and bring this metal in and taper it down. So it made a nice transition right there. And the replicated factory mounting / hardware points to mount the rear valance to the quarter, I eliminated and just put a little tack weld right here. And it's welded up here and it's screwed in on all the way along underneath the bumper with sheet metal screws. So I had to do the same thing over here, pull this in, tighten it down, put a tack weld down there, and do it like that. Of course, we'll have to put some filler on there and put some filler on the bumper edge here, but I wanted to get the shape correct today. And actually, I think this gap is a little bit too big compared to this one. So I will probably bring this up. Bring it up. And I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, sometimes it's, even when you think you get it right, you still gotta go and touch it up a bit. Let's see here. And let me write gap. Gap. Okay. That's a good reminder. Gap. So this gap is okay. Okay. So that's Mustang kind of stuff today. And I don't know, I think it's okay. We measured a lot, Steve and I did, and notice how it's, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 degrees canted inward to the top, and that is replicated throughout the bumper into the quarter panel extensions and down into here. Steve said he wanted to close this gap up a bit at my recommendations, but now that I'm thinking about it, I might just keep it with this kind of gap in there, because what if there's a little ding in the back and it hits, let the bumper go in and without effing up the quarters. But we'll see. I don't know. I think the factory did not, of course they didn't care, but I don't think they, I don't think this was closed up that much, but I think it needs to be just to look better, because up here is closer than down here in the bottom. So, I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud as I'm talking. So it's coming a long ways on this car. And those wheels really stand out. Those are later model 2005, 2006 Mustang wheels, and they look really sharp. I think they look really good. Let me show you one more thing that we did yesterday. See if the car will go down any. Nah, it's not gonna go down. I gotta unlock it. So put that scoop on. I don't know where I got this scoop from. I think it was from some customer I had a while back on one of his Mustangs, and just ended up with it, and he didn't want it back or whatever. So media blasted it, took all the I think it came from the K-code car, because it was blue and white. So I blasted all that paint off of it and kept the fiberglass in good shape underneath it. Epoxy primed the fiberglass, painted the inside of the fiberglass flat black, lined it up on the hood. You know, the line is there and it's corresponding to the cowl back there, and so we panel bonded it on yesterday, and I just haven't had, you know, I just didn't take off those weights off it. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So, but it's coming. Anyways, just wanted to show a little bit about what you have to do on the bumpers to get it to line up and to get it to look good. Okay, that's about it. Have a good weekend, folks. Cheers. Bye-bye.